Story Time with Johnny. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? Welcome to the bustling metropolis of Metrion City, a city under the watchful eye of a guardian like no other. Meet Infinity Man, a beacon of hope and peace, gifted with an arsenal of infinite superpowers by an otherworldly force. Yet even he has his match. Meet Ratman, Infinity Man's arch-nemesis, a cunning, agile master of parkour who has always managed to slip through the grasp of our city's guardian, a shadowy figure who scales towering skyscrapers as if they're mere stepping stones, performs acrobatic feats that boggle the mind and vanishes into the darkness before anyone can blink. The citizens of Metrion City live in a state of perpetual tension, their hearts pounding with anticipation and fear due to Ratman's unpredictable antics. Even as the city sleeps, the specter of chaos looms, as if Ratman is the puppet master pulling the strings of uncertainty, but amidst this fear there is hope. Infinity Man, our city's guardian, is unyielding in his pursuit of peace. With his ability to fly high above the city's skyline, his super strength that can move mountains, his shape-shifting abilities that defy reality, his telekinesis that can bend the world to his will, and so much more, Infinity Man is a force to be reckoned with. He stands as the immovable object against Ratman's unstoppable force. The tension between these two titans, the unstoppable and the immovable, is a palpable current that runs through the heart of Metrion City. It's a tense game of cat and mouse, a dance of power and agility that holds the city in its thrall. And one day, this tension reached its boiling point. Ratman, the master of chaos, devised an elaborate plan to unleash havoc upon the city. The stage was set for an epic confrontation, a clash between the infinite and the elusive, a battle of the ages, and so the story unfolds. One day, the tension between the two reached its peak as Ratman devised an elaborate plan to unleash chaos upon the city. The clash between the two titans began on the rooftops of Metrion City. As the sun set, casting long shadows over the cityscape, Ratman leaped into action. He danced across the rooftops, his movements a mesmerizing blend of agility and precision. His parkour skills were unmatched, each leap, roll, and swing demonstrating an uncanny mastery over his own body and the urban jungle he called home. Infinity Man, the embodiment of an infinite number of superpowers, rose to the challenge. His eyes glowed with a fierce determination as he unleashed a dazzling array of abilities. Energy beams shot from his fingertips, force fields sprang to life at his command, and the very elements bent to his will. It was a breathtaking spectacle, a testament to the sheer power Infinity Man wielded. Yet Ratman was no ordinary foe. His agility and quick thinking made him a formidable adversary. He darted in and out of Infinity Man's attacks, his nimble form a blur of movement. The battle between them was an intricate dance of power and agility, a duel between the unstoppable force and the immovable object. As the battle raged on, Infinity Man realized the difficulty of his task. Capturing Ratman was like trying to hold on to a shadow. Each time he thought he had Ratman cornered, the agile trickster would slip away, his laughter echoing through the city's concrete canyons. But Infinity Man was not easily deterred. He was the guardian of Metrion City, and he would not allow Ratman to continue his reign of chaos. In a moment of inspiration, he summoned a new power from his infinite arsenal. An unbreakable energy cage sprung into existence, trapping Ratman within its glowing confines. Ratman looked around, his eyes wide with surprise. He leaped towards the cage's wall, his body coiling for a spring, but it was to no avail. He was trapped, his remarkable parkour skills useless against the impenetrable energy barrier. In a moment of inspiration, Infinity Man created an unbreakable energy cage, trapping Ratman within its confines. For the first time, the unstoppable had been stopped, and the immovable had been moved. Ratman, with his parkour prowess, continued to bounce off the walls and ceiling of the cage, evading capture. In a whirlwind of movement, Ratman's agility turned out to be his greatest strength. Infinity Man, despite his vast array of abilities, found himself at a loss. With each attempt to subdue Ratman, Infinity Man was met with a flurry of acrobatic maneuvers, eluding his grasp time and again. In the heat of the confrontation, Infinity Man had a realization. He acknowledged that Ratman's agility and speed were not to be underestimated. It was then that Infinity Man decided to play a different card, one that would alter the course of their face-off. He focused his energy on the cage, and with a mere thought, he summoned one of his most potent abilities, time manipulation. As Infinity Man concentrated, he began to alter the flow of time within the energy cage. The once bustling metropolis seemed to come to a standstill. Ratman, in the midst of an acrobatic leap, found himself caught in a slow-motion sequence. His swift and nimble movements were reduced to a languid pace. The spectators could see every detail of Ratman's parkour moves, which were now moving at a fraction of their usual speed. His agility, once his greatest weapon, was now his downfall. And there it was, the turning point. Ratman, once a blur of motion, was now suspended in time. His agility was neutralized, his movements were slow, and his once unpredictable antics were now predictable. The energy cage, coupled with the time manipulation, proved to be an unbreakable trap. With Ratman incapacitated, Infinity Man seized the opportunity to imprison his arch-nemesis for eternity. The once chaotic Ratman was now trapped in an eternal state of slow motion, imprisoned within the timeless dimension of the energy cage. This marked the end of Ratman's reign of chaos and the beginning of a new era of peace for Metrion City under the watchful eyes of Infinity Man. As Infinity Man returned to Metrion City, the citizens rejoiced, finally free from the constant threat of Ratman's chaos. A sigh of relief swept through the city as the news of Ratman's capture spread. The timeless prison, a marvel of Infinity Man's infinite powers, stood as a symbol of peace and security. It was a constant reminder that no chaos was too great for our guardian to contain. The streets of Metrion City, once filled with fear, now buzzed with a newfound sense of safety. Children played in parks, and businesses thrived. The city was alive again, basking in the warmth of peace. But as Metrion City celebrated its freedom, whispers of a new challenge started to echo through the city. Rumors began to swirl about a new adversary, a threat even greater than Ratman. An ominous shadow seemed to loom over the city, hinting at an impending test of Infinity Man's limitless powers. However, whispers of a new challenge echoed through the streets, as rumors spread of an even greater adversary lurking in the shadows, ready to test Infinity Man's limits.
Thank you for watching. If you like this video and would like to see more, please do like, share, and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. If you comment, I will reply back. If you have an idea for a short story, let me know. It may be seen in the next video. Thank you very much.